We welcome you to PTCI's coverage of the Pioneer Days Parade here 2020. Normally what we'd be saying is this is where the big boys come to play the first weekend in May, but this year it's the fourth weekend in August as COVID-19 has changed things around, and maybe a little bit shorter parade than normal, but I think everybody's here ready to enjoy some normal life activities. Might be a little shorter, but should be an enjoyable day here at the parade. Of course, Pioneer Days weekend, always a huge weekend here in Guymon, as there's been plenty going on down at the Rodeo Arena all week long. Slack started, I think, back on Tuesday, and so that arena has been full of activity all week long. We've also had the rodeo queens that come from all over the nation here as well, making their rounds through town. Parade is making its way up Main Street here in Guymon, a few blocks away. You can see the police and firemen leading the way. Of course, sirens and lights announcing for sure anybody that the parade has started.
We got good quality now.
Much smaller crowds along the sides of the street than normal. Usually it is overflowing down here, probably 10 deep or more on each side.
Hopefully we're good now. That's good.
In the front of the parade now, we're at the corner of 5th and Main, and they're at about 7th, so a couple blocks away here from the turn. Plenty of kids lining the streets ready to pick up lots of candy. It gets thrown all along the parade route. They've got their sacks ready. Beautiful day out here. We've had some wonderful weather all week long. Normally this time of year, and Pioneer Days has taken advantage of moving this from the first week in May to late August this year. Is calling the theme of Pioneer Days is hotter than ever, and then we've got some unusual weather really for this time of year. Normally it's, pretty much every day is 100 degrees. And here we are sitting at 10:30 in the morning, just 77 degrees, and high isn't even supposed to get to 100, maybe mid-90s. So beautiful day out here for everybody to come out and enjoy some nice sunshine and an outdoor activity, as those are far more rare this year. Once again, Guymon's bravest, Guymon's finest, leading the way in the parade, still making their way up. I may have been ahead of them when I said they were at 7th. It looks like they're getting just to 7th right now. So we're still a few blocks away. So the actual rodeo begins, as mentioned, slack has been going on. That really begins this afternoon with performances this afternoon, tonight, and then tomorrow evening as well. police and fire trucks making their way to the 6th Street intersection. Flags flying. Main Street lined up with American flags on all the poles. Police cars that are leading the way now just at the 6th Street intersection. So just a block away here from the turn of the parade. You can tell they're getting close. Obviously, as the noise from the sirens is that much closer. Police cars have reached the intersection here at 5th. They'll make the turn. Guymon Police Department and the Texas County Sheriffs. That's Sheriff Boley tossing out some freezer pops there. Make the stop here in the intersection right behind them. Boy Scouts of America. One of our fellow employees, Rich, driving the Boy Scouts vehicle. Got everything kind of at a standstill. Looks like the sheriff getting a few things out to. Oh, he's filling up his bag with more popsicles to hand out. Had to come to a stop, get the cooler out, so get them out of the cooler so they could toss them out. And we're back on the move now. The Boy Scouts there, you can see all of them on the trailers. Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts here in Guymon. Looks like Pack 183 is what that is. Hard to see on those flags. Unicyclist there, showing off his talent. And here is the Guymon Fire Department. Guymon Fire Department works hard to make sure that they're always ready and alert for all of any disasters. Also, they're carrying the Guymon ambassadors with them in the back of that front pickup. The orange coats, as they call them. Medic vehicle. Hey, and there's Kevin Brewer, another PTCI employee. Fire and rescue. Making plenty of noise here. The 2020 Pioneer Days. Here's also their Pink Heels vehicle. Saturday, September 12th. here in Guymon, Oklahoma. 50-50 coming out. Poker hands will be read at 5 p.m. That starts right down here just a block away at the top on the brick at 10 a.m. when registration begins. And I don't know how much of that you heard, but hopefully you got that information on the Pink Heels event. Guymon Fire Department, as they brought out plenty of vehicles for the event. Also, the Guymon Fire Department as well. This is their hazmat vehicle. We've been through this incredible chemical, biological, radio, nuclear, and explosive. They've got this vehicle is ready to take on any kind of hazardous material incidents that happen in our area. Guymon Fire is ready to help out with any cause. Guymon Fire Department continues to stroll down the street. Rescue boats as well. Whatever the disaster, whatever the emergency, the Guymon Fire Department is ready and alert and has the equipment that is needed. Technical rescue vehicles as well. Or the brush fire trucks for when they have to go out in the country into rougher terrain, a long ways from direct water sources. It's very important in this part of the world where we're very rural. There's the fire department's Dalmatian, the ambulance vehicle. County firefighters. They continue to roll down the street with their vehicles. They about make a parade by themselves. There's so many of them. Another rural fire truck. Texas County fire trucks. This vehicle is the Hardesty Fire Department. Also here at Texas County firefighters, good from Goodwell. More from the Goodwell Fire Department. Also the Tyrone Fire Department. I think we finally might be out of fire trucks. Now we've got a Hummer here, the Pioneer Days Award Best Overall on the front of that. got some more of our military style vehicles here. Making the wide turn here at the corner. That is a pretty big water truck there. One of the transport vehicles. Another transport military vehicle, done more in the style of a desert camo there. Now making the turn, it is the American Legion, Post 31 from here in Guymon. One of our camoed military style vehicles. A couple more here. I think this is a group of people in this area that actually, just for the fun of it, they like to collect these type of vehicles and fix them up, and they run them in parades, go camping and things like that in them as well. They come to parades and just are a part of it. Just collectors, like you'll see collectors of cars and things like that. Here are the Girl Scouts. Well, the Daisies, as it says on the vehicle. They've got their cookies out. And here are the Rodeo Queens from all across. Miss Rodeo, Florida. You can see that there. Miss Rodeo, Idaho. Several of the other gals on the other side. Here's some more. Just read off the ones that we can see. Guymon Pioneer Days Rodeo, Miss Rodeo there. Miss Rodeo, Kansas. And several others joining in as well. Smaller contingent this year. There's a lot. Usually you'd see about 4 or 5 truckloads of them. Of the smaller vehicles passing through old style cars. And here comes the pride of the Panhandle, the Guymon Tiger Band. once again, that's the pride of the Panhandle, Guymon High School Band. Doing a great job playing the school fight song as they march on down 5th Street. Our next float is 4-H, using the theme of hotter than ever. That is the theme of Pioneer Days. And here is PTCI, your local broadband internet and cellular provider. Several of the folks from our north office throwing out candy to the parade attendees. Right behind them, Air Pro Heating and Cooling. 580-338 heat. Looks like we've got a little bit of a gap here.
I know, that's what I said.
Once again, just a beautiful day out here today. Glad for everybody who could make it. For those that couldn't, we're happy to bring you this broadcast, especially those who maybe live from Guymon or this area, used to attending and couldn't make it back this year for whatever reason there might be. We're happy to bring this. Hope this brings you some good memories of back home in Guymon, back home in Texas County, or even just back home in the Panhandle or the High Plains. Looks like coming our way is going to be some more Guymon High School participants. I think our high school cheerleaders and also junior high cheerleaders coming up here. Here they are, the Guymon High School cheerleaders, or dance team here. Guymon High School dance team. Looks like they'll pull to a stop here, and they're going to hop out and do a little performance. There they are, the Guymon High School dance team. Next up, it's the Guymon Junior High cheerleaders. There they are, the Guymon Junior High cheerleaders. Next up, Zoe Midget, Texas County Democratic Party float. Couldn't read their sign there as it was kind of hanging off the float. And here is the Guymon High School cheerleaders. And they'll do a short performance here. There they are, the Guymon High School cheerleaders. And here's horses from over at Oklahoma Panhandle State University. Of course, just an incredible equestrian and rodeo program, historic, really one of the best in the nation. The Panhandle State Homecoming King and Homecoming Queen in their vehicles. The Oklahoma Panhandle State Band. Decked out in a little bit of Hawaiian wear. This band was just restarted just a few years ago. I believe this is their third year. So really just in their infancy. And here is a ton of some of the athletes that are already in town. Panhandle State football, basketball, volleyball players on campus already. Make sure you make your way over to Goodwell this year for some of their events. Of course, PTCI does live stream their home games. Of course, their schedule has been, all those schedules have been thrown up in the air a little bit as all of that's, NAI has moved back their schedules. So we'll have to see and wait and see when those games happen. Here's the Panhandle State cheerleaders as well. Yeah. Here's Panhandle State Rodeo. And also the Panhandle State mascot, No Man's Dan. No Man's Dan over there shaking hands with some kids. There he is. There's Dan. He likes to show off for the camera, but that's sort of his job, so. Well, Panhandle State with a big contingency. Next float, representing Texhoma Goodwell Cheer. Those two schools co-op softball and also football. Looking forward to another deep playoff run, as their football team did great last year, and those girls were there to cheer them on the entire season. And here is KJIL. Also KHYM, local Christian station, Christian radio stations, based out of Meade, Kansas, but really covering everywhere in the High Plains. Very involved in our local communities as well. And here is Connection Church. Looks like they got some rodeo clowns along with them as well.
Oh, yeah.
Connections Church was actually a church that was born when two local churches decided to join together. Next here is Sonic, America's favorite drive-in. I got a hot dogging in the back of the pickup, along with what looks to be a cherry limeade. Ultimate iced tea stop, half-price drinks and slushies every day, 2 to 4 p.m. Be sure to stop by. Next up, RE's Tire Shop, LLC. Call 620-604-5046 for all your tire needs. They got a nice banner for me to read here. Used tires for sale, oil change, brakes, shocks, farm tires, all available. I'm going to guess by that sign, we work on semi-trucks. I'm going to guess by that sign that they're bilingual too. Look at that beautiful antique case tractor. I have no idea what year that is. Tossing out some candy to all the kids. Got some nice looking vehicles passing through. A Camaro. And quite a hybrid here. It's like a 47 Ford. Or Dodge, I'm sorry. It said Ford on the front of it. It's a hybrid. Panhandle Physical Therapy, Solutions for Healing. A couple of vehicles here. They've got offices here in Guymon and also in Hooker as well. And Zach's Cheese, just a block down here. Their new place open. I walked down there earlier today, that little buggy there. That's their entry. They just opened their new location, and it is gorgeous. Went down there this morning. Not only are they offering their famous cheese, meats and cheese down there, but they've also got all kinds of gifts. They've also got a room in the back now that they can rent in for small events. And just beautiful, beautiful building down there. Go down and check it out. Next float, re-elect Richard Dickey Bryan for Texas County Commissioner. Throwing out some candy for all the kids. Next up, Charles White State Farm here in Guymon. 580-338-8937, calling for all your insurance needs. Throwing out some frisbees and cups for everybody. I guess that's a State Farm bear. It looks like a bear to me. And our next one, Nuestra Tierra Market on 412 East Highway 54. All kinds of items are selling at that market. Yes, finance. Cash loans, fast cash when you need it. Up to $1,000. They're throwing all kinds of goodies out for the kids. Koozies and pins. Here's Western Equipment showing off their wares. They recently, within the last couple of years, bought out Green Country here in Guymon. Expand their territory. All the John Deere equipment you'll ever need. Here is a giant semi with a tiny semi on it. No markings telling me who it is, so. And Ty Cobb running for county commissioner, reminding everybody to vote August 25th in the runoff election. And here comes the big limo truck with the long horns out front from XIT. Their rodeo and reunion is the first Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in August as well. Over at Dalhart throwing out the frisbees. XIT, very famous ranch. Plenty of horse and riders behind them. It's the Point Rock Ridge Rodeo Association that comes from Elkhart, Kansas. They make that traditional ride from Elkhart over here to Guymon to Pioneer Days Rodeo every year. And have been for many, many decades. Long-standing tradition. Once again, the Point Ridge Riders from Elkhart, Texas. Glad they were able to make it again this year. trailer also Point Ridge Riders from Elkhart, Kansas, sorry. This is established in 1948. And here's Ken Patkowski, our State House representative out of the Balco Beaver region. Patkowski Farm has been in business for over 100 years in the Oklahoma Panhandle. General Pest Control, doing business here in the Oklahoma Panhandle and all through western Kansas. 1-800-362-0124. Reliable pest and termite control. Couple of nice looking trucks rolling through. Time for some nice looking vehicles to roll through as a part of this. Next on the list, Bank of the Panhandle, located right here in Guymon. Here is Palacios Construction and Remodeling here in Guymon. 806-339-1437. Free estimates. So check him out for all your construction and remodeling needs. Looks like they've got a Little League team. The Sox on their float as well. Next float, Rodriguez Auto Service. That is one hopped up vehicle they've got there. I'm going to guess that thing's for off-road. Maybe even a little mud bogging. Rodriguez Transmission and Auto Service here in Guymon. Another one of their vehicles. Next up, the Texas County Family YMCA, located right here in Guymon on Oklahoma Street. And next on the list, Wild West Ford. They are new to Guymon, as their dealership is just recently coming to their hands. Recently purchased the local Ford dealership here in Guymon. And Panhandle Auto Sales, what an incredible looking car there. Beautiful antique. S&S Services. (338) 3123. And it's pretty obvious what their services are. Next on the list, Golden Mesa Casino. Looks like they won the theme award for best use of theme for the Hotter Than Ever. There's the casino open just west of town. What, a little over a year ago, I think. And a second vehicle here for elect Ty Cobb for county commissioner. Looks like Ty's in the back of this one. Waving to the crowd, they're throwing out a little candy as well. Sunset Lane Baptist Church. Some of these kids making quite the dive for the candy out here. Any risk is worth it for some free candy, I guess you could say. Next up, PCHC Health Clinic, the Panhandle Counseling and Health Services, 338-0072. Horse riders. Don't have any kind of information on what the name of this group is. It's a traditional Mexican dress there at some of the lead. Texas County Election Board. Their float. Here's A&I Roofing and Repair and Construction. Your roofing matters to us. Fully insured, located here in Guymon, 338-0516. Free estimates. 15 years of experience, their business, so sure to check them out. Here's Texas County Sheriffs. Here's some more of the Guymon Police. We have reached the end of the 2020 Guymon Pioneer Days Parade. We hope this event is my little happiness and joy into your day, as we have. It's been kind of a tough year all the way around with so many cancellations. Glad, even though it's on a little bit smaller scale, we could still have this event so people could come out, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the company of our neighbors and friends, and take this event in. We here at PTCI thank you for joining us here today for this. Hope you'll come out to the rodeo grounds and enjoy the rodeo. And that is it from downtown Guymon. Have a great day.